Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. And I need to make sure my mic is no longer muted because I just recorded this whole commentary and the mic was muted. Anyway, beside the point. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back, like I said. And we do have another article courtesy of Charlie Intel, and it says players can edit their loadouts in Modern Warfare during a match. One of the new features in Modern Warfare that practically all Call of Duty games have stayed away from was being able to edit classes during a match. With Modern Warfare, Infinity Ward will be adding that feature into the game, allowing players to change their attachments and weapons during a match. For years, we thought that if somebody was able to edit their loadout in-game, they would be AFK, but with so many different attachments, it's fun to switch out stuff on the fly. Everybody scoffed at it when we first said we wanted to put it in, pause, but it feels so good when you quickly change to a different attachment depending on the situation. Instant gratification. Players are now able to change up their weapons if they feel that some class isn't working for the current match style, especially with the 100 player plus ground war mode. Now, there's two things about this. One of the things is good. Well, like for me, just reading this and thinking about it for like 5 minutes. But one of the things is good, and one of the things is bad. Now, if you play Black Ops 4, and you know that after a game ends and you go back to the pregame lobby and you think, okay, say for example, I want to use a KN, right? You have like max, like maybe 20 seconds to make the class, right? Because with me, I don't use like sometimes I use dexterity on assault rifles, sometimes I don't. For me, I don't know, it's just like a preference, right? Sometimes I use dexterity on SMGs, sometimes I don't. Like I said, it's just a preference. Sometimes I use dead silence, sometimes I don't. So when I go to make a class, I usually clear the whole class. And when you clear the class, it obviously clears everything out, gives you all your points back, and that's it. So you have to put your equipment on, you have to put the gun on, you have to put the attachments on, you have to put the perks on, you have to put everything, right? So it takes you a good while if you're using multiple attachments, because then you have to go put on the wild card and all that other kind of stuff, right? Usually I just use dexterity and dead silence and I have my stim and that's it, right? But when you try to do this in 20 seconds, it is not possible. It doesn't matter how fast your PS4 is. It doesn't matter how fast your internet is. It's just not possible. I don't want anybody to tell me, oh yeah, well, I could do it and this and that. No, because you can't do it. So you're there scrambling and you're trying to put, you're trying to make your class before the game starts, right? And you might miss an attachment. You might have wanted extended mags, you didn't get to put it on. You might have wanted grip, you didn't get to put it on. You might have wanted a red dot, you didn't get to put it on. So now, if you miss that window, you could just put it on, like when the game starts. Fine, no big deal. It is what it is. The second part to this argument is the fact that you could change your class whenever you want, right? So what if somebody ends up getting a chopper gunner, right? And like if in previous games you had to switch to a different class, right? So I mean, presumably you're going to be able to do the same thing like now, right? Come in upcoming in Modern Warfare, right? But so you can switch class, whatever, boom, boom, like it's not that big of a deal, right? But if you didn't have a class that had like a stinger or whatever you want to call it, or some type of anti-air rocket, then you were basically like you had no hope, right? So you basically had to let the person basically like go to work on your team and use their kill streak and basically decimate your whole team, and you were done unless you use the default class. Now, so you're trying to tell me that if somebody doesn't have a taking out class with a rocket and stuff like that, and they just have a pistol on, then they could just go and put on a javelin or put on a stinger and take down my chopper gunner even though they weren't prepared for it? I don't know if I necessarily agree with that, right? Because I worked hard for my chopper gunner. I don't know what how many kills you have to get for the chopper gunner. I don't like off the top of my head. I'm not sure. It's probably like 10, 11 kills maybe, right? So it's like you're telling me that I put in all this effort to get 10 kills, 11 kills, maybe 12 kills, and then all this person has to do is die one time, go to the menu, and then put on a javelin or put on a stinger, and then they get to take out my chopper gunner, I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. So that's the only bad thing I see about it. But then again, like I said, the good thing is that if you want to change your class, you don't have to do it in the pregame lobby, and then that's it. Or what they could have done is they could have just given us a longer pre-game lobby timer, because Treyarch apparently decided that we're playing TDM Express from Black Ops 1 and the game immediately started right away. So I mean, I'm not sure what they were really thinking there, but maybe it's just a Black Ops 4 glitch. I don't know. I really couldn't tell you. That game is just a mess. But yeah, so I kind of agree with this. I'm 50-50. I'm on the fence. But I kind of disagree with it because, like I said, for the fact that if somebody gets a chopper gunner or a gunship or I don't know, whatever, and somebody could just switch to their javelin or their stinger and just take it out right away without even being prepared for it. If you were prepared for it, then I don't have a problem with it, because a lot of us, when we played Modern Warfare 3, shout out to Golden. He used to be the guy that used to take everything out, right? UAV, Golden, yo. There's a heli, Golden, yo. There's an AC-130, Golden, yo. You know what I mean? So it was fine. But if you're going up against a whole team that's not even prepared, all of a sudden they could just pull a stinger out of out of their ass, then it's okay, well, now we need to chill out. But yeah, those are just some concerns that I have about it, and maybe it'll be balanced, maybe it won't, and then maybe there's going to be no point of running high kill streaks. But at the end of the day, we're just gonna have to wait and see when we play the game. But yeah, that's pretty much it. As always, thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch my video. Very much appreciated. As always, all relevant links are down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you next one.